Okay, I have pushed record, and I am doing my little shuffle to come around here to the camera side, and you can get a full view here of my cool mushroom t-shirt that I'm wearing that I got at a clothing swap at one of my local libraries last summer, and I love it. And I'm not sure if I've worn it in a video yet. So let me see, let me get adjusted here. And I will put on my headphones. We are going unedited again today, friends. Actually, I should do a thumbnail before I forget. What should I hold for my thumbnail? You all know that I always do I hold a few props to the side and I do my little signature head lean, which I've had a couple people comment on. Like, your head is always in the exact same position in all your thumbnails, and I'm like, this is just my pose. So I guess I could just do that. Maybe I'll just do it with my water, since this is a casual pose. And in case that looks weird, I will do it with I'll do it with a few things that I brought to tap on. The last time I've done 2 unedited videos recently. The first time I did it, I forgot to do my intro. I think my headphones are a little wound up here. The first time I forgot to do my intro, and the second time I forgot to do a thumbnail. So there we've got the thumbnail. And now I will put my earbuds in just so we can know what's happening here. And I will say to you, friends, hey there. Welcome back. Today I just wanted to sit down with you and do a really casual, unedited, chatty video to just share a few things with you and check in with you, see how you are doing. How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? Are you okay? Yeah, how has your month been? Has it been okay? I think there's been a lot going on for a lot of us, so I'm just thinking about you and wanting to check in on you. And I brought a few random trigger items. I really was random about these, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but because I've been recording some videos ahead of time, I honestly can't remember, what have I used recently in a video and what have I not. So, if you've seen this recently, I think we might have used this in the last Roll for ASMR video with Justin. But I love the sound of this little envelope of soul flower temporary tattoos. And I bought these at the co-op, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. And I still haven't used any of these temporary tattoos. I have only tapped on this lovely little envelope and traced the packaging. So, this is the summer. I think there's 3 or more in here. Contains 3 temporary tattoos shown actual size. So I could do one of those and, still keep the packaging, right? So maybe I'll just, what do they look like? See, already I'm just doing not what I was planning to do in this video. That's why unedited is good. Oh yeah, look how cute they are. These three little temporary tattoos, and the dandelions are coming out right now, friends. They are coming out. So, okay, well, maybe I'll have to do one of those. And inside it says, Dandelion, release. Let it go. Dandelion wants you to listen to the messages your body is sending you and to release the attachments that no longer serve your soul's journey. Whatever you are hanging on to, She will help you detoxify one thought at a time, releasing negativity and self-judgment, and restoring ease and flow to your life. Close your eyes, relax your jaw, your neck, and your shoulder muscles, and visualize your unproductive and negative thoughts floating away like dandelion seeds on the breeze. And there's an affirmation. I am aware of the power of my thoughts. I let go of all limiting thoughts, beliefs, and fears. So, I forgot that little affirmation. It was even in there. So maybe that's something that you need to hear today. And that's why this little envelope, which way do you say that word? Envelope. So I pulled this little cardboard sleeve out of my trigger box. Maybe it was meant just for you today. So I am recording this video on April 30th. Is it April 30th? Yes, it is Thursday, April 30th. And I think I'm going to try to post this tonight. Try to upload this tonight. Since it's an unedited video, I mean, I will go back and listen through it. I usually do that even for unedited videos. Just to make sure there's not some loud noise, which sometimes there is, that might bother you that I do need to remove. But I should be able to do that. And the reason I wanted to just check in with you kind of in real time is because I am going to be traveling and away from home, away from here for a couple of weeks. Justin and I are going to stay with my mom and dad to help out while my mom has a surgery. And it's not a super major surgery, but still, it is something where she will need to be in recovery mode for a little while, and so we're going to go and be with her while she is having that, and then be there to help her and my dad afterwards. And so we'll be gone a couple of weeks doing that, and then when we get back, hopefully if all works out, we're going to be having some friends come and visit us for a few days. So I definitely am not going to be recording, at least not in this space, for a little while. Who knows, I may end up doing something lo-fi and fun while I'm at my parents'. I've done things like that occasionally when I've been away. So you never know. But I just wanted to let you know that the videos you will be seeing here over the next 2 or 3 weeks are all videos that I recorded ahead of time over the last several weeks. And I don't usually do that with videos. I usually am only a couple videos ahead, sometimes not ahead at all. I'm a little bit ahead of recording videos a little bit ahead of my upload schedule. And, you know, I know a lot of people, if they're really on top of their game, this would be the way to do it. A lot of people record their videos way in advance, and just, you know, have a pipeline of them that they are sharing. And for me, I've observed something interesting, that I actually, when I get too far ahead in videos, it makes me start to feel a little bit unsettled in an interesting way, because I really value the connection that I have with all of you, and I value having you as part of my life as I'm moving along through my days, and, you know, hopefully you value having me in your days as you move through things in your life. I know that there are a lot of you that have shared that these videos have become a part of your routine and of the things you do to help support your nervous system and your rest, and that makes me really happy, of course. And so it's just interesting to note that I really enjoy being with you and communicating with you and recording for you kind of in real time, because I can't help but talk about like what's going on in my life, or what's going on with the season of the year, what's going on in my garden and with nature. And so when I get a little out of sync, I'm going to take a drink of water. I might have to edit this video if I cough. We'll see. Then I'm going to take a drink of water. Maybe that will help. Oh, and there's like a motorcycle outside or something, of course, right while I'm taking a quiet moment, but that's okay. Okay, hopefully that will help, so I won't have to cough and edit that out. I really, where was I? I just really enjoy the real-time connection with you, is I guess what I'm saying. And so when I get too far ahead in videos, it starts to throw me off, because I feel like I'll go to post a video and I'll be like, oh, what I was talking about in that video, that was a few weeks ago, like that. I don't know. It just feels strange to me. So that's actually a little lesson for me, that it's okay for me to record in the way that I like to, in the kind of real time, not with like a big production schedule, just kind of sharing with you when it feels right, which is what I have always done, and I will probably continue to do. But just for you to be aware that what you'll be seeing over the next few weeks are all things that have been in the hopper for a while. So if there's any discontinuities, what word am I trying to say? Discontinuity. If there's anything that kind of chronologically seems a little off, that's why. So just know that. And I will not, I imagine, not be responding to comments as quickly as I normally do, at least not for the first week when my mom actually has all of her stuff going on. So just know that, I haven't completely disappeared, but I will just be a little bit more in the background, and Devan of the past will be coming to fill the void of while I'm away from recording. And this is just the kind of stuff that I like to keep you filled in on, because again, I like things to be really transparent on this channel, so I like you to know what's going on with me and where the content is coming from, etc. I brought a few other things, but I don't know, I'm really vibing on this. Little sunflower thing. So maybe I'll just keep going with it. So that was the main thing I just wanted to share with you. I just wanted to check in and say hello in real time, and I wanted to ask you for your good thoughts for my mom. A lot of you have expressed your thoughts and prayers and good wishes for her and for other people in my life when they've been going through things, and so I do always appreciate that energy from all of you. So I thank you in advance for that. And I just wanted to say hi and, like I said, tell you how much I'm thinking about all of you and how much I care about you and hope that you're doing okay. I do love it when you share with me things that are going on in your lives, and we have a really cool community here. People who are trying new things and their families are growing, and people who have made progress towards things that they've been working towards, personal things. People who are just going through the challenges of day-to-day life and doing the very best they can. And each one of you out there is very special and very important. And I always like to remind you of that. So I was doing really well with that getting ahead on recording thing for a while. I was like, yeah, this is great. I'm like 3 weeks ahead on videos. And then I came down with a cold, and for like a week I had a sore throat and didn't feel good and didn't feel like filming. And then I just these last couple of days, these last few days, I feel like that cold has come back and I've kind of had a scratchy throat again and stuff. So we'll see how long, we'll see how long I last with this today. But, so I kind of had this stop and start where I was like really far ahead and that felt great. And then I ended up using up, moving through some of those videos I had done ahead of time. And then I recorded a few more videos. So it's really going to be a mix of what you're getting in this next week. And the one I just recorded, the Spring Triggers video with Justin, we had done that one. We recorded that just a couple days before I posted it because I really wanted that one to be, I wanted you to get it in the real time of the mid-spring season. You've seen a lot of my Weeping Cherry Tree in shorts and in the garden tour video that I did. And then for people who are channel members for this month, I did an extra outdoor video, a take a walk with me, an extra garden footage video, and I shared that and then actually shared a little bit of even more outdoor footage. So if you're really into my outdoor gardening, take a walk with me, outside type videos, this might be the month that you might want to check out the membership and, you could watch those videos and all of my backlog of member videos. But you've seen a lot of my Weeping Cherry Tree, even just, here on the main regular videos of my channel. And you'll get a little bit more Weeping Cherry Tree sometime next week when I post another porch pep talk that I did with the Weeping Cherry Tree in the background. So the Weeping Cherry Tree has now passed. But that's one of the things I do love about my channel, is that for me it's kind of a cool record, of my life from an interesting point of view. It's definitely a cool record of my garden, and I'm really glad to have all those videos of my gardens throughout the years. That's just fun to look back on and neat to have, It's like a garden vlog of my life. Maybe I'll pick up one other different thing. I've really been into these like sort of cardboard tapping sounds, and I really love this like deep cardboard type sounds, like deep postcard type sounds. I have quite a few of these fun little postcards that I bought, I think on one of my trips to Ireland years ago. I think I bought them from Vibes and Scribes, which is my favorite bookshop in Cork, in Ireland. But I love this one that has a Rubik's Cube on it and says, "It's okay if you mess up." And I was just tracing that in a very messy way. But that's just a good message for me right now, because I don't know, I kind of had a lot of big plans for April for this channel. I really wanted to try going live this month, and that just didn't happen because of me not feeling good. And I wanted to try to do some more role plays that I had ideas for, and I just, I didn't end up doing a lot of the things that I had hoped I might do in April. And that's okay, because I'm going to keep making content for you, and that's a nice sound, I need to keep having ideas, and there's no deadline on creating certain things for you by a certain time. It is all part of the creative flow of things. Okay, I did kind of have to cough there, so I had to edit that, so maybe I won't keep going that much longer with this. But I just wanted to remind all of us, remind myself, and remind all of you that if things don't go according to your plan, that is okay. That is okay. And sometimes things will work out differently in a way that's really positive. Sometimes things will just be challenging, and that's just how it is. And you just might be in a season of challenging things, and a season of feeling like you're not able to work towards your goals as much as you would like to. And that's okay too. It's all part of the journey, wherever you are on that journey. Just know that I'm with you, and I see you, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for continuing to take each little step and to keep moving forward and just to keep doing the best you can every day. That's all we can do. We take it one day at a time and do the best we can. And it's really come home to me lately. I talk about my little niece a lot on this channel. She is amazing. She's almost 5. And she's been going through a phase of getting frustrated with herself when she makes a mistake, and of course that's very, very natural phase to go through. But I just see those, seeds of perfectionism and how early they start in our lives. And she's got great supportive parents and great supportive network around her. It's not like anybody's being harsh with her and telling her that she's not doing a good job. She's doing great. She's super smart and she's super creative. And somehow still there's some kind of intrinsic thing there that makes us want to be really hard on ourselves when we make a mistake. So all of us in my family have been making it a point to kind of point it out to her when we've made a mistake, and how it's not that big of a deal. We'll just do something differently, or we'll just clean up the mess, or we'll just, move on from here, and try to show her that we are all making mistakes all the time, and that's okay. And that has been a humbling experience for me to do that for myself, to acknowledge when I make a mistake and to catch myself being harsh on myself. I mean, of course I'm not being harsh on myself out loud in front of my niece, but to really catch myself in those thought patterns and to be like, you know what, I, even energetically, even if it's, internally, that's not the example that I want to be setting. That's not the energy that I want to be emanating, for her and for the world around me, for everybody I come in contact and everybody that I care about. And so it's just been an extra practice lately in acknowledging that it is okay when I mess up. And so if you are in a phase where you feel like maybe you are messing up a lot and things are not going the way you would like, just know that it's okay. Know that it's okay. And then hopefully it is something that you can be learning from in some way. I think sometimes it can feel a little harsh and even a little condescending when people are like, oh, learn from your mistakes. They're valuable, because sometimes in the moment a mistake just feels really bad. It just feels really crummy. And, sometimes you're not always in the mindset to be like, oh, what is the lesson I can take from this? So, just know that in the moment it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to, have that moment of feeling mad or feeling upset or whatever. Feel those feelings. Let them move through and don't get stuck on that, And then hopefully over time, this is what always happens for me, is it takes a while, but I can look back over time and I can see how the mistakes that I've made, how the things that I have messed up have helped me, have shaped my path, have helped me to make changes that I want to make, has helped me to let go of things that maybe aren't really that important to me. And so that's, again, just part of this human life that we lead, is making mistakes, falling, standing up, brushing ourselves off and trying again. It's not always fun, friends. It is I want to keep living my life, you know? I want to keep doing the best I can. I want to keep moving forward and being open to opportunity and open to things that might happen. So I just kind of felt like, let me see, what else did I bring? I brought this foamy foam. A good piece of foam. It came with the Blue Yeti years ago. It's like, hey, yeah, we're a good duo. We're good pals. So I am sending all of you a lot of good wishes, and I hope you've had a good April. I hope you will have a lovely May. May is one of my favorite months because of what's going on in the garden. We've just had here this big influx of flowers. You know, we had the daffodils and the crocuses, and my tulips just bloomed, and the weeping cherry tree, and the forsythia, and the bleeding heart, and all that. And it's actually working out pretty well for the time that we'll be away from here. It's kind of a little bit of a lull in the garden. There isn't a lot that blooms for us right in early May. And then right as we get back in the second part of May, then there will be irises and the daylilies will get started, and there'll be a whole new wave of things. And the hummingbirds will be revisiting. We'll probably put the hummingbird feeders up before we leave this weekend, just so that they can have that little boost. And then by mid-May, they'll probably be here in full force, which is exciting. So there's probably other things that I wanted to say to you. But the great thing about this is that it is an ongoing conversation. I will always have a chance for us to connect again. It's a good sticky. Been into the sticky tapping lately, or like sticky sounds. I really like that. Just give you a little bit of that. I'm definitely going to do a full video of anticipatory triggers, because I really had fun with that mic attention video that I did, where I was taking the mic cover on and off and different things like that, and you all seem to really enjoy those things. And I do really enjoy, triggers where you have a lot of sound. I never run out of ideas, and I know that after a couple of weeks of being away from recording, I know I'll come back to it feeling refreshed and excited, and I will miss it. I always miss all of you so much. I miss getting to do this when I end up taking a break for one reason or another. And it's good that I took a break when I wasn't feeling well. Resting at those times is important. And I think with something like content creation, like with a YouTube channel or something like that, it can feel hard to take breaks because, it's just a constant cycle. And it's not something that, that you think about like taking a vacation from like a normal job, which I guess, you could. And this isn't even really a job for me. This isn't, this isn't how I make a living or anything like that. This really is my passion project, from my heart to yours. And, true, always being transparent. I am making a little bit of money from it right now from ads. that's obviously not why I do it. And I do have some cool things happening for myself professionally. Having some opportunities open up to share some of my embodiment practices and things like that out in the world. So on a day when I have a little more voice, I will tell you more about what's going on with that kind of stuff. I've hinted at it here and there. Good things are happening, you know. It was kind of a tough winter. I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to that. And things keep moving on. The seasons keep changing. And life keeps evolving. And I just keep learning that things will change and things will evolve in ways that I never could have expected, you know, and sometimes those are challenges that come up that I couldn't have expected. And then sometimes it's just really beautiful, wonderful. I'm gonna switch back to this little sunflower thing to finish up. Sometimes those unexpected things are really beautiful and really cool and really unexpected and miraculous and beautiful. And so I'm just doing my best to be up for all of it, you know? To be up for all of the different parts of life, because I love being alive, you know? Going back to my old school Mr. Rogers roots, it's such a good feeling to know you're alive. I was gonna say, can I sing it? I don't think I can sing it right now. But it's such a good feeling, maybe again, to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. 'Cause it's a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know you're alive. Okay. That might have used the last of my voice power there for right now. But there's your little dose of Mr. Rogers for the day. Even when things are really, really challenging and you just feel like you're just kind of beat. And I know that feeling. Maybe you can tap in to a little bit of that good feeling of being alive. And please know that I am sending you good wishes from my heart. And I am hoping for that good feeling of life for you. Because you are good. You are good. You are intrinsically good. And you know what I say? What do I always say? You are lovable and valuable and irreplaceable. Okay? Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Okay, so I'm going to sign off for now, I think. Enjoy the videos over the next few weeks. There's a porch pep talk. There's a video with some new trigger items that I've never used before. There's an eyes closed video, like a pretty long eyes closed video that I need to get around to editing at some point. And a power nap. So there's some good things. There's some good things coming in the mix for you. And then we'll see what comes after that. So I'm wishing you the power of the Dandelion of release, so that you can release what you don't need and connect to the beauty of what is sprouting and what is growing and what is coming forth, like the dandelions. So I should remember to do my sign off. Take good care of yourself. Rest well. And I will see you again soon. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. I'm going to take out my headphones, gently put them down. Try not to make a big kerfuffle here as I stand up from my desk. And I'll see you around, friends. Take